Hi Collective, welcome to the channel, Cosmic Divine Dreamer. Hi everyone. So this is going to be a transmission for all of my star seeds, earth angels, light workers, and the 144,000. Okay. So I'm going to be disclosing a lot of information, a lot of the downloads, the guidance, as I'm a direct channel from the heavens to give this. So this is a high vibrational frequency that's going to be coming through here. So know that. I've been talking about that. When you surround yourself, when we unite, come together, we're more protected. So even within this reading alone, you could be getting your own downloads, your own pieces of the puzzle, if you would, that are coming off of my transmission. Something that I realized yesterday is that when I was getting into certain readings, or certain, I call them transmissions, uploads, videos, right? I was getting pieces of the puzzles, and they were getting and I was linking them together, and I was finding out pieces that I was missing, right? So some of these things that I'm going to be calling out are different things that may trigger certain things for you, may guide you to other readings, as well as it is also triggering the algorithms, right? Helping us unite and come together as we're using their technology against them. So anyway, if it doesn't make sense to you, maybe it will, right? It may come across to you later. It might not right away, because there would be times where even my children would be like, oh my gosh, Mom, are you okay? Because sometimes I would just be sitting there and another video would come on, and then I'd get the piece of the puzzle, and I'd be like, yes! They're like, what is she doing? You know what I mean? Like, this is just very, very exciting for me, because, it's all coming together. It's making sense, and to get the truth and the clarity, because it's like every time you get the truth and clarity about something, you get lighter and lighter and lighter, and that's very much what's happening, right? And a lot of it's making sense to me, right? Okay, so just like some of the things that I was recently getting guided to, and if you're not following my Facebook platform, you should, because I've been disclosing a lot of things on there, right? Like I got the how do I want to go with this? I've been sharing different things that came to my attention. Like, all right, so yesterday, like I was getting. I was getting the Black Star. Okay. The David Bowie song, The Black Star. I picked up that transition that came through about that, and then I picked up in the same transition she was talking about the story of David. And see, I feel like they're trying to block this out. And the cousins, alright, hold on. The story of David in the book of Esther, the story of Esther, right? I got that when I got back home. An hour before that, I was at the place where they held the Epiphany, when I was watching a man and his son pushing him, playing on the park, and noticed his yarmulke, right? Following that, I was at the library to see my daughter bring me a book with cousins. And if you know the story of Esther, see the correlation in the links. This universe is so magical with how synchronistic it is, and we're always being guided to discover the truth and unveil these things. And when you start to link them together, as we have awakened to our spirituality, right, and raising our frequency, reclaiming our power, we've been linking these together, and we've been helping each other. We've been uncovering the truths, finding our way. So, and the Black Star, right, represents a David Bowie song. He was talking about the Villa of the Orman, right? And about the darkness taking over, and how we very much have been weaponized here on this planet. That's part of our mission, you know, why we're here, uncovering all the truth to not get weaponized. And I was getting guided to other readings that were talking about certain places that almost hypnotize you, certain chances, certain things, you know, just like to all of the songs, to the vibration of the music. There's an actual certain frequency of music that pulls you down, that controls you to the certain things, right? So you might start to be breaking the barrier, breaking up things, deciding, you know, you're really getting guided away from these things. And I feel like this is coming out coded for a reason. I feel like I'm having trouble, right? But this is the battle, right? Of light versus dark, right? And I get it. We would have just been taken out. Well, it was the fear that was making us feel as though we would have been taken out if we stayed hiding. Maybe you all were waiting for the leader to stand out, to show you the way, that you don't have to hide. You are protected. You know how many times I've been taken out? I've been dosed after dose after dose trying to be poisoned. As I'm almost poison ivy. They led me to believe that I was poison ivy and even try to weaponize me in that way in their little mass destruction plan. The evil, the elites have been trying to play out the endings to the Bible that they created, when I have been saying that the ending is wrong. Because the ending of the Bible does not talk about how our plan, how we were put into place to save this world, save the earth. But so much mass destruction has happened that now we're creating the new earth. So the reset is happening. The 111 frequency. This is the beginning. The gateway is now open. 123, 123. The final day of 2023 was letting you know that the reset is now. It is upon us. This is the year of an 8. This is the year of infinity. This is the year of the reset. But we are creating a new earth. We're basically pulling and extracting and shifting over all the souls that are ready for the new earth. So all of the people that were here in the beginning are here now and have been. We have been rising, we have been uniting and coming together, and we're being called into our positions of power at this time. Certain things are going to try to pull you back. The hills have eyes that I got. Certain places that you're guided to, certain things. You've got to break the frequencies that are controlling you, that are trying to stop this reset. I'm trying to see what other messages I'm getting. This 111 gateway, January 11th of 2024, also falls on the new moon in Capricorn, which is all about structure. Right? We hold the light codes from within us. That's why the ones from the beginning are here in the ends, and that's why these stories are now appearing to me, right? The book of Esther, the story of Esther, the story of David. This final battle has been the dark versus light, religion versus spirituality, because they have weaponized religion. They have put everybody into a mass cult, not realizing that they have been worshiping the murder of Jesus Christ. Christ consciousness is when you are connecting back with Source Divine from within, knowing that you are one with the Creator, that you are living the experience for God, that He is seeing you through your eyes. You were able to create the life that you desire. All of your dreams and passions that you were never meant to be controlled. You were never meant to live into fear. That is how they had separated us, getting us to pray away. That's why that's why I was never called to go to church. I was never all of these things, because it was not for me to get controlled, for me to be singing these songs and these chants and these things, worshiping the Antichrist. You do not realize that we have been under mass control, and they have been shutting us down and numbing us out through drugs and alcohol and the pharmaceutical company, and just I gotta be careful how I deliver this message, right? But there was always a plan to save the souls that could release all of this darkness, could awaken, that wanted to be here at this time. We're here saving these souls to have this heaven on earth, right? We're shifting over, so I'm trying to figure out how to. Okay, there's like so many downloads that have been coming through to me, right? And I'm trying to do these in a series, all right? But this one was supposed to be going off my channeled messages, but it's like I've got so much to tell you guys. So take whatever you feel. Maybe you got to watch it again and again, or if it's not making sense, maybe watch my readings in a row, right? So come through, Spirit, help me. All right. So it's really important if you can try to disconnect from electronics at this time. And for you to get the clarity too that's going to allow things to come through to you, because you know that these phones control us, right? It's sinking us into the system, into the matrix. And it's so easy. It's just so easy. They're everywhere, the electronic, everything. That's what I mean. Okay. How do I want to keep delivering this? So 111 is the master reset. The earth is splitting the new earth, shifting frequency. So a lot of you could be going through ascension symptoms, although I feel that you have been feeling these symptoms because your light body needs to get ready for these things. And also, no, I don't talk about that. Hold on. Okay. Let me take a minute. So for a lot of you, it's certain people too. Certain people can trigger you. I started to notice and realize that around certain people, because of the energetic imprint that they have, I've recognized it, that I literally feel kind of ill around certain people and situations, and it immediately puts me into a lower state of vibration because I have to be defensive. And so eliminating yourself from certain people can awaken that. That's why people could literally be getting removed from you, and it's something that has happened for me just this week alone. I've literally had 2 people that have been removed for me to be able to have access, for me to be able to stay of high vibrational frequency. I mean family members. So you need to pay attention to that though. Don't fight anything that's happening. See, and I have been under so much, have had so much heavy spell work and illusions and things. It's also why I have not been able to completely reveal my twin flame journey, because I didn't realize I was with a false twin for such a long time. Several of them really, because these narcissistic, dark warlocks were literally just using my own energy against me, flowing my own energy right back at me. So ultimately it led me to leveling up and finding that love from within and realizing my power and what I deserve. And so it worked to level me up. But yeah, so even these people that you feel that you love and everything, but you just feel as though there's something off, could literally be under this spell work. That's why sometimes it's like you're going to be noticing that the masks are falling off, right? When people have these slips, these things happen, you see things. Was that just really said? Did that just really happen? Yeah. They're messing up. You're also getting stronger, right? So I will be disclosing and revealing, although my twin flame story is still being written, to Because new contracts, some people ran out of time. Some refused to answer the call. Many are chosen. A few answer the call because of all of this corruption, all of this spell work, all this manipulation, control, greed, right? I will disclose this about my story, though. I've had everybody in my life turn against me, to my family, my friends, from childhood friends, people that I come across in my everyday life. That's why I've been isolated and protected and guided, and the enemy will use everybody against you. Anybody that's of low vibrational, that has a wounding or a trauma or infuses with alcohol, is subject to being controlled, to the fear tactics that were imposed upon the world, all around the world, getting everybody to alter their DNA by allowing and administering something into their body that was to shut them down from Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness is within the mind. It connects you with divine source, God. True God. But we're here awakening the souls to this. But it takes a lot of forgiveness too, because it's a frequency of love. So even when all of these things are being revealed to you, you still have to have that compassion and that love. And that's why the earth angels are here holding that Christ consciousness light from within. And unfortunately, that's why you're constantly being attacked by the enemy, because that light, everybody wants that light, because they're disconnected from true divine source energy, that they seek it through you, my dears. So that's why you have to learn how to protect your energy and only give it to those that are worthy. So the people have been weaponized. I'm going to save that for my story there. All of the ones from the beginning are here in the end. The incarnate, the descendants are here from the very powerful bloodlines from the beginning. Goddesses are awakening all over the planet and are strategically organized. I am calling now to claim your positions of power. United we stand. United we rise. If you cannot be called to your position of power because you're still imposing on fear, then you're not ready. You're not ready to be one of the leaders of the new earth. So I'm calling all the leaders to their power to positions now. And if you are activated and awakened and answer the call, you know what that is. 1828. What would you do if you were in the presence of an angel? Many people have been tested. That's why you could be getting the memories, the flashes, the revelations of how people have treated you, how people have been to you. Let's just say this. Who's been around for the movement of the WWJD, What Would Jesus Do movement? That came to me when I was in meditation today. Because that was to let you know, or that was letting me know, bringing back things from my memory, things to recall, but just to let you know, that is when the reincarnation of Jesus is already here. Training, rising, working. Many of you don't even realize that because it was hidden. Just like how Jesus was born into a woman of pure love and heart, a poor woman, right? Unsuspected? Why can't I say that word? let's just say this too. Everybody thought the second coming of Christ would be him coming back as himself, right? Coming back as himself, what? To immediately be attacked? Or do you think he'd come back in a different form? Did anybody ever suspect that maybe when he reincarnated, that he reincarnated as the daughter of God? Everybody is so controlled to think one way. You have to open up your mind. So, she has been preparing. She's been orchestrating behind the scenes, working on these different frequencies and these levels. All right, where am I going? My page ended there with my download. So continue to rise. Send love and light out to everyone. Revenge is not the answer. Never was. $11 years of terror I got for somebody. Somebody's known somebody for 11 years. It's been 11 years of terror. So big DNA resets, light codes. Let me touch a little bit on that. For those of you that have had your DNA altered, there is it's not going to be able to stop these light codes from coming from within. It's making it more difficult for you to be able to get out of the trance. But if you can make these changes by letting go of these mass control, right, of the media, the entertainment industry, the music, all of that, it's these low vibrational frequencies. If you notice through my readings, I've been putting on high vibrational frequency, God frequency, 963, listening to those, that free, you can put in YouTube, right, 963 frequency, listening to that, the music from heaven, that high vibrational frequency can break you out of these trances, right? Disconnecting from the phones, powering them down, getting outdoors. Don't get mad at any of the things. Just send it compassion, love, and healing. As you know, there's just been so much corruption down here to control. Numerology is the language of God. It's the way we've been able to get these messages, these transmissions. So when you're noticing a lot of repetitive numbers, and it could be in any form, on a license plate, to a number on a receipt, to a house number that you look at, to different things, and you look them up, they're messages from God, to the numbers in the Bible, right? So, different numbers that you feel called to. All right, what am I at? 2330. So that's all. I just seen that. The 2s and the 3s and 2333. So the final battle, spirituality versus religion, awakening to Christ consciousness. So you can raise your vibration and shift over and leave this behind. If you can get your heart pure enough, you get to go to the new earth. You get to have heaven on earth. You get to move aside. You are forgiven, because it amazes me how everybody sees the compassion. You know, that's what's so hard, is that they weaponize the Bible and the religion, and they changed it and they altered it. But it's like everybody knew that Jesus' sacrifice was sacrificed for all of the sins of man, right? You say, well, he was murdered for them, and he was here to he was here as an I get there. Okay. I'm not going to... What I was trying to say. If he could have all of that compassion and that forgiveness for everybody and everything that was done against him, why can't you forgive? if you're one that is holding on to any bit of hate and anger. If you're being shown something that somebody has that you want, you're capable of having it. It's why you're seeing it. You're just under so much. So don't have envy. Don't have, you know, people don't understand that it's the demons within them that they have to release. People don't understand when you're in the presence of angels. I feel like I'm giving this for my light workers and for the collective that's going to be, the world that's going to be seeing this transmission. Why you look at people, certain people, like they are so fake. How can they be so giving, so nice? That's the demons within you that finds that light disgusting. If you're holding that type of energy. Release it. Release it. A big thing that I've been seeing too is rockets. Something is getting ready to happen here out on the world, because I've been getting rockets going off like crazy. Like it's time. And at first I was like, oh, hold on, baby, I'm doing my reading. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to close this transmission, but there's something to do. Like I've been getting them heavy rockets. I've been seeing them. I've been seeing flames. I've been seeing a lot of things. So time is of the essence, as everybody knows that we've been in the end of times. And if you didn't know, I'm telling you now. I'm hearing you will be forsaken. Raise your vibration, raise your frequency, so you can get these downloads, these upgrades, and so you can awaken. It's my transmission.